The most memorable Flash cartoons hinged on two things: excessive amounts of violence and parody. And when these forces combined, you whipped yourself up something real tasty boyo. Shawks is the best example of that, combining a George Romero level of gore and a recessed style of writing. A bunch of kids fighting against their oppressors, evil friggin' shark people, was great entertainment. Shawks was a show that could have easily been on Cartoon Network or Adult Swim at the time, but they never had the balls to put it up. This was a Flash cartoon with a budget, and man did it show. It even had its own catchphrase and theme song.
Check for kills. Check for kills. Check for kills.
The show revolves around Randy and the Shawkators, a group of hunters who find and kill Shawks disguised as people. These Shawks are a part of a much grander conspiracy to take over the entire world and eliminate humans entirely. Old Randy, the leader, is most certainly a wordsmith.
Hello. We hate Shawks. They're no good. They'll eat you for fishy food. We hate Shawks and their gills. Any Shawks we find, we kill. Thank you.
To do so, you gotta have the bait: chum. A slurry of chicken blood and fish guts, some lean cuisine action for show. Sharks are drawn to this like a moth to the flame, and will hunt it down for miles. And once you got him, that's when the fun begins.
Take him down! Take him the fuck down!
The main villains are a group of powerful elite sharks led by the Great White, who wishes to wipe out any human resistance, with the Shawkators being their biggest threats. While many are politicians and businessmen, the one man that they choose to handle the haters is their school principal, Mr. Gunderson.
I will see to it personally, sir.
Very good. Then I shall leave the dilemma in your capable hands, eh?
You know, for a bunch of bloodthirsty beasts, they're actually pretty smart. They know if they murk the kids, that'll only make their cause more known and attract a bunch of unneeded attention. Also, despite how violent and dark the show gets, they seem to draw the line at killing kids, which even for the time was quite taboo. Hell, there's video games now that won't even let you shoot kids, let alone kill them. Randy's character is amazing. The dude's like this militant nutjob whose sole purpose in life is to hunt down Shawks no matter what. He'll constantly go into these long soliloquies about how evil Shawks are.
Have you lost your mind, woman? This place is crawling with Shawks.
It's great. Gunderson tries to expel Randy and accidentally reveals his gills, leading to a fight between the entire Shawkators and the principal's crew.
You are expelled, effective immediately. Well, what do you have to say for yourself, boy?
You're a Shawk!
The principal takes one of the members hostage and Randy stabs him in the chest, instantly killing him in a death scene that makes me strangely uncomfortable. Like, I've never seen a show where a student kills a principal, ever, and it's really surreal to see a child standing over a grown man's body as he's in his final death throes. Ugh, yeesh. All the adults in the show are massive dickheads. They're either deranged killers, masochists who try to hurt kids as much as possible, or just plain mean for no reason. The show does a really good job of showing how children see adults during those formative years, which is to say, they should always stay strapped whenever you're around them. Randy meets a girl called Allison, a new student at the school, who he immediately falls in love with. And being the wordsmith he is, he spits the best game this side of the Mississippi.
Hello, Allison. Welcome to our school. I would like to taste you on your strawberry lips. I'm sorry. God damn it, you're just so yummy. Pretty, nice, good. Oh, shit, I have to go.
They start dating, and eventually this causes a rift between Randy and the other members of the crew, specifically Melissa, who thought they were a couple beforehand. Yeah, right. Randy turns into a completely different person. Gone is the angry passion and dedication to eliminate all things Gilly. Instead, he now dresses like a 1997 J. Crew catalog and wants to do nothing but spend time with Allison.
I don't know who you think you are, stupid Randy.
The group has effectively lost their leader. The crew discovers that Allison is actually a Shawk that was sent by Great White to kill Randy, and begins their plan to save him. After seeing that Allison is sipping that chum, Randy snaps back to his senses and returns as leader, stronger than ever. Just your typical third grade relationship.
I will not quit!
The show also does a lot of full songs throughout the series, and these aren't exactly rinky-dink productions with a cracked version of Fruity Loops and a headset mic either. They're professionally mixed, they're recorded with actual instruments and vocals from the cast. While they're not particularly my style, I wouldn't listen to them outside of the show or anything, I can appreciate the effort that went into them and how they expand on Randy's worsening mental state with dealing with everything.
There was a time I would've gave you my all. Now I'm gonna hang your teeth on my wall. I used to love you.
The crew hatches their ultimate plan to take down the Shawk leaders during the school's talent show. During a stage play, the crew reveals Gunnarson's true identity and snaps pictures of the other Shawks attending the show. Armed with this knowledge, they tag the Great White's car and track him back to his hideout. They now know who the leader is, and their trigger fingers are raring to go. So like any smart crew, they need backup before the final attack. Randy's mentor, Captain Carabelle, was the man that taught Randy everything, and after butchering a fresh bag of shark corpses in front of him, he puts them through a training regimen that would make a Marine blush. The location of his ship always kind of confused me because it's nowhere near the water. It's not even on the beach or even the shore. I feel like he just dragged it out in this field in the middle of nowhere, got lazy, and just decided to live on it. Seems to be working out pretty well for him though. Great White's men kidnap Randy when he's sleeping and make a clone Shawk suit out of him. The way he's strapped to that table is kind of like the Strogification scene from Quake 4. Oh, that's a good game, by the way. You should check that out. Clone Randy continues Randy's life as usual and attempts to sabotage the organization from the inside.
Everything that has transpired has done so according to my plan. From here you will witness the destruction of the Shark Haters Club and the end of your insignificant little rebellion.
And then the show ends. Forever. There's no act 2, there's no conclusion, no continuation of the story whatsoever, it's just over. This was a real problem with these old Flash cartoons. Even the ones that were pretty successful just ran out of money. Now I loved Shawks, but it wasn't some big mega hit during this time. People knew about it, sure, but it didn't reach the heights that it should have, and as such, didn't get a whole lot of funding. And so, we're left with yet another piece of history unfinished and unsatisfied. Perhaps one day, we'll see a sequel to it, but something tells me that ain't too likely. I've been watching the show forever, and I haven't even seen any fan reboots or revivals planned either, so it seems like Shawks will be at a standstill perpetually. Regardless, always remember,
Check for kills.